Alien invasion already among us. Hi everyone, it's Maria Momela. Thank you for joining me. I had another very interesting dream, and I look forward to be mentioning these some of the dreams that I've already shared as we are busy with the study of the book of Revelation to see how everything fits in. And to have to clarify some scriptures which are a bit confusing, okay? So I know someone might say, so Maria, you're also into these movies of aliens. Actually, I haven't watched movies in a long time. I'm not a movie person anymore. Um, but when I do, okay, even if I do have a chance, it's not like I'm not into movies like I used to, and definitely not into alien movies, okay? So I'm not big on things like aliens and stuff. So for me to dream this, I should think about it. I actually dreamt this last night. The reason I'm quick to tell this dream is because I have no intention of telling the entire dream. Simply because I refuse to be attacked. I refuse to put myself out there to be made a mockery of. I will only reveal what I feel comfortable to reveal, but people who are close to me, I've told them the entire dream and they were like, it's a shocker and an eye opener. I will, however, reveal a lot of what I saw in this dream. So let me begin the dream. I dreamt, okay, I will be telling the dream while explaining, okay? So I dreamt that um we were being watched, and we were being watched by people who were dressed in black and white. They wore black suits. The men wear black suit with white shirts and ties, and the women wore black suits and white blouses or shirts. And they were, whether it was pants or pencil skirts, but they were always covered and dressed conservatively. These people are always clean, very neat, very put together. And I noticed that they were around the working age, like they were at a respectable age. It was the kind of people whom, if they were to call you aside and speak to you, you would give them an ear to listen, okay? And at first, I did not pick up. First of all, like black and white, it's just a normal, clean color that any other person would choose. So at first, I did not pick up what was happening, okay? And I know some of you might be thinking of the movie Men in Black, okay? Some of you might be thinking of that movie Men. I never actually never watched the movie. I might actually go and check out because the enemy has no problem revealing things about their plans and who they are and what's happening through movies, okay? So yeah, I might just consider looking at the movie. Perhaps I might come back with a review and speak on what God has showed me or what I'd love to share on, okay? So these people that were in black and white, like I said, was different genders and different ages, but respectable ages, like working ages, like from the 20s, okay? Very put together, very clean, chic. Okay, white crisp shirt, like very very respectable and presentable. That's the first thing that I did not realize first in the dream. And then there was a lot of monitoring that was going on, even as far as just walking in the streets, just having normal conversations. Like there was an interest in what people were discussing, even just normal everyday conversation. They wanted to know. They wanted to know everything. They were monitoring, they were listening, they were taking names and information about people, okay? Like I said, I'm not gonna tell the dream. I'm just explaining pieces as I remember, as I play the dream in my mind. And I remember I was at a clothing store, and as I got there, I noticed that they were all dressed in the black and white. And in the dream, it was an awareness that these people are already with us. But then looking at these were people like us, but these ones were different. These were like half human, half something. I could just call them half human, half something else, meaning they were smarter than us. They were stronger than us. So the stronger than us mentally, physically, like, yeah, we could call them superhumans, you know? And they did not only um, have that aura about them and them just being stronger and wiser. The thing is, they knew it too. They knew. They knew they were wiser. They knew they were stronger. And they had occupied they'd occupied employment places, even simple jobs like being tellers at retail stores, being cashiers at retail stores. Like that's where these people were. Because where I was at the store, each and every till was occupied by one of those. But like I said, I only came to know the information at the end of the dream, as everything played out, because at the end, everything was just revealed. I'm just going to still come to the alien part. And when I say alien, no, I'm not talking about these people. That's just, these ones are different. These ones are different, y'all. These ones were half human and half something else. Okay. I don't know what other half they were. All I know is that they were half human and half something else. And that half something else is what made them stronger and what made them more intelligent than us. Okay. But in the dream, after having spent, I sort of got myself in a sticky situation. Oh, and another thing, for me to even get into this sticky situation, it was because of a friend. They wanted this friend, and I was trying to defend the friend by not giving away his location. Okay, this was a good friend, and I could not betray the friend like that. So they had a list of people whom they wanted for whatever reasons, and they were going to get them by whatever means necessary, even if it means capturing all the people who were close or had come into contact with that person. That's how I found myself in the situation. Okay. And all because I just had a conversation with the person like a few minutes, you know just I just had a conversation with the person, and the person left, and then they got me, and they couldn't find the person, and were trying to use me to find information. And I have to say, in that airtight situation and way of living, like there were still cracks, even though the surveillance was in another level, and the monitoring was out of this world. Still, there were loopholes. People could still escape, and they still had question marks and could not figure things out. Like, how could this person escape? They still would ask questions, trying to find out some answers and trying to figure things out. So, as much as things looked watertight and airtight, there were actually loopholes and some cracks. So that's a good thing to note. So at some point, I had a chance to speak to one of these people, and I chose a young lady. Okay. And another thing that I must say, there were different genders and different nationalities. So you're Chinese, you're white, you're black, all of them you could find. Okay. Sorry about that. The VIPs are home. It's a school holidays. That's why you see me recording in the car, in the garage. Okay. So I had a chance to speak with this lady. I just decided that that's the one I would love to ask some questions. So in the dream, I went to her, and this is what I said. I said to her, in our planet Earth, we humans live with animals, but we are domineering. Like it is like we dominate over the animals. So I asked, in your galaxy, just as I've explained how humans are with animals on Earth, in your galaxy where you come from, are there other galaxies? Like, are there other heavens or are there other heavens, or are there other planets, whatever, however you want to interpret it? Like, are there other galaxies where there's other people or other species that are higher and above you? I said to her, you guys are smarter and stronger than us. So I just wanted to know where you come from. Are there other species that are much stronger and wiser than you? Like, is there some sort of hierarchy? And I looked at her, and then she began to smile and she began to blush. And it was the first time that I saw these people smile. I'm like, but these people have studied us so much that they were very much human. Like, it was just impossible to see the non human part of them. Like, these are the kind of people you'd go to school with, and they would just excel in everything. They would just be abnormally intelligent, abnormally everything. Like, we stood no chance, not in strength, not in wisdom, not in intelligence, not even in acquiring knowledge, you guys. So they had studied us. So I looked at her behavior and I felt like I was just a woman looking into the eyes of another woman. She was just like me. But I knew I just spent enough time with them to know that they are not like us. But my problem was they were so much like us that it was just easy to intermarry with these people and not even know that they are fully human. So this dream was letting us know that yes, these people are already here. They live like us, they talk like us, they grow with us, and they are born even into our families, okay? Meaning that you could date this person and even marry and have children. They are capable of also reproducing their own kind. You guys, so much was revealed and confirmed in this dream, but I was happy to come into contact with them because they were exactly like us, you know? So, having asked her, I was expecting her to reply. And then I realized that, oh, so these people have been told not to educate us, that it's like they were told not to give us anything, not any information at all. In fact, they saw us as inferior. They saw themselves as better, as wiser, as stronger, you know? Yeah. And it's also situations like this that help us to remember that we are really more spiritual than we are, any other thing. Like, we are more spiritual than we are physical and emotional. Like, we are more spiritual beings than anything else. So it was at this time that my gift had begun to kick in. Like, another way that my gift works is through talking to someone. I might speak to someone and be asking them questions which are statements, and sometimes I can be speaking things and only realize after I've said everything what I just said, you know. So that's how I get words of knowledge, you know, and revelation knowledge, whatever you want to call it. So when I asked this lady, as she blushed, she was blushing in agreement, because I think she would rather we think that they were the smartest and strongest species, but they were not. They were half, you know. You could say they were half demons, and that's where I want to go. Because at the end of the dream, like, you guys, aliens are actually demons. They're actually demons. And this could just vary from different kinds of animals that they choose to be, you know and I would want to go to the reptilian creatures, because we associate the devil as the serpent of old. And many times the Lord has always spoken. Even I think it was John the Baptist who spoke to the Pharisees, also speaking to them as like serpents, or what do they call them? Calling them like a serpents, or children of serpents, like from that generation or from that root, you see. So, and there was no way they could repent. There was no way they could be saved. That is why it is nice to be led by the Lord. Not everybody will be saved. Some people can be saved because they are humans, and some people can never be saved because they're not even fully human. Okay. Yeah. I did not prepare scripture for this, but like I said, as we carry on with our Bible teaching, that's when I'll be attaching my dreams for scripture to help us understand. Okay. So it was, yeah, in this dream that so many things got revealed and so many things just opened my eyes. And another part that I would love to mention in the dream. In this part of the dream, what I saw, I don't, I do not know how they did this, but it was like, I felt like, oh my gosh, I felt like, okay, this is okay. You know that, you know how you would see the sky at night, you know it's dark and the stars, but the stars were somehow drawn close to us, and we usually see the stars as this golden light, or a golden light to a white light. But in the dream, as the stars were closer, I saw different colors. Like there were some blues and some had some yellows. Like it was so beautiful. Like it was so beautiful. And I remember as I looked at the sky, like the beauty of the sky, it was much more beautiful than we see. It was like as if it was drawn closer to us so that we could see how beautiful it is. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful, you guys. God is really an artist. Like it's so beautiful. Like the creativity is out of this world. You know, having to see everything so close by, it was just beautiful. And then I remember after looking up, I looked down. And then as I looked down, it was as if the sky had, as if the earth had mirrored the sky, as if the earth was a mirror. So I could see the stars and everything on the bottom. And it didn't feel like the surface was this flat. It felt like like it really felt like a curve, like this the earth was round. And like the earth, you could see the roundness of the earth, and it looked like some sort of a marble tile that was like glass like. That's how the earth looked like, and it was able to show that which we saw in the sky. And I remember when I saw it, I had to resist this strong urge to lie down on my belly and just to, to just lie down. I don't know, like to just lie down on my belly and just touch everything, and let my feet touch the surface, and let my hand touch the surface. Like that's how beautiful it was to behold. Like it was so beautiful. Like I couldn't understand how did they do this. And I wanted to touch the earth to make sure, like, is there still dirt, or like what on earth has happened. But there were these people had this superiority complex, and they saw themselves as smarter and better than us, and it is true, they were. And so the last thing I wanted to do was to really appear like immature on top of all of that, because they really were even making a mockery of us and letting us know like our intelligence are like nothing compared to theirs. And then it was then that I began to see the spaceship, the first spaceship I know, girl. The first spaceship that I saw, it was a spaceship that looked like a vehicle from the earth, but it was made in such a way as to mock us, like this is what you guys can produce. It was several of us who were out there to see this because they were landing at a particular place. And thereafter, there was another one that came. But this one that came, it was, I know I've seen spaceship like on in books, in cartoons and in some documentaries, but like that's not what I saw. The spaceship that I saw, like it looked like what I saw, what I've seen on TV, but much better. Like, it reminds me of these modern cars. It's as if they are the ones who are designing them. Because a lot of them resemble these new modern cars. I remember this black shiny thing that was just coming. But as it was coming, from whichever angle you saw it, you would think that was the front. Like if you're facing north, you would think the part you're facing is the front. But if you're facing east, you'd also think that that's the, like, it could go in any direction, but it did not look ugly. It was actually very beautiful. And then the third spaceship that I saw, it was a mixture of a spaceship and a car. You know, they were very beautiful, very modernized, and nothing like I've seen. Nothing, none of those things that I've seen in books. That's not what I saw. Like it was like the evolution. And I wanted to see like who was gonna come out because I had a feeling that the creatures that are gonna come out of them, out of these spaceships, are not these people are have something, but what's about to come out is full. Now those could just be demons. I did not know at what shape they were gonna come in. You know, I really do not know. But like I was just me assuming what was gonna come out because these spaceships were landing, and I didn't see where they were landing, but you could see they were coming up and landing down. And we were at a high rise place, so we saw them as they passed, as they went down to land. Okay, so that's what I saw. But I got to see so many spaceship, and these spaceship could carry like 15 people. So I was thinking like, why are there so many? Like, why are they coming? Why so many of them? So many of them were coming liberally, like a lot of them, like a lot of them were coming. Okay, and it was quite disturbing that so many of them would actually come at one time. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I saw, you guys. That's what I saw. So I just felt that some things happen and things, some things people communicate and you might see them as conspiracy theories until the Lord addresses them, until the Lord addresses them. And I'm just so happy that the Lord revealed this to me. So yeah, it's not the last time I am talking about this dream. Perhaps one day I'll be free to tell the entire dream, because I feel like some of the things like I saw, like even I'm trying to wrap my own mind around them. Okay. So yeah, that's basically where I would love to end. So yeah, I hope that you blessed, you guys. God bless.